Hey, Vikings fans, let's talk about camp a Monday night under the lights coming up next. Welcome to Skull World, brought to you by Minnesota Sports Talk. I'm your host, Dave. You can follow me on Twitter at Skull World, Facebook Skull World, and TikTok Skull World. Make sure you hit subscribe, like, and comment below. I want to hear from you. Also, it helps you enter my contest where I'm giving away free stuff on the first game of the year, September 11th against the Packers. Now, also, I do a live show several times a week over on Purple Pocket Podcasts. That's over there with my boy MC Rap. I also call him the Purple MLK because he's bringing all the Viking fans together. Go check us out and make sure you ring the bell so you don't miss a live episode. Come chat with us live on the air. It's a great time. See you then. Now let's talk about Monday night under the lights, the first nighttime Vikings practice. Everybody loves it. It's sold out. KOC was talking about how people were getting there earlier to find a seat while they're in the stands. He's eating dinner. He's noticing that. But let's start with a couple of tidbits. I know you probably maybe heard this through the grapevine or saw some videos on it, but K-Fan says another national pundit is buying into some of the hype surrounding the Minnesota Vikings heading into the season. What do you think? Are we on board with Rap Sheet? So Ian Rappaport says this is a place that's primed to win. There's some real talent here. Ian Rappaport is quoted saying. Now, SKORnorth is also reporting betting favorites. The Minnesota Vikings are still the betting favorites to land Ndamukong per Bravada official. And that's Vikings negative 110, Browns plus 110, Raiders plus 275. I think that means you win like $90 if you bet 100. I don't know. Or you bet 110, you win 100. I forget how that works, but yeah, and Ndamukong is still a favorite to go to the Vikings. His asking price is apparently kind of high, so I don't know if it's going to happen, but we'll see. Now, getting into camp, here's some notes early on. Chris Thomason, Vikings Daniellehunter said that fellow edge Zadariussmith is teaching him things he didn't know, and vice versa. This is a press conference before practice. Again, Chris Thomason, Vikings edge Daniellehunter doesn't think Eric Kendricks' role will change much or be much different in a 3-4 than a 4-3, even though they are now two inside linebackers. He said Kendricks will call the signals on defense. That's something new. He wasn't the play caller under Zimmer. I don't know why. If Anthony Barr was gone, he missed some significant time. Eric Kendricks still, I don't think, called the plays. You know, you get that one guy gets the green dot on his head in at a time. So, and Kendricks, I don't think ever wore that. I mean, if he did, it was rarely. So you didn't hear much about Eric Kendricks being the leader of the defense for some reason. I don't know why Zimmer didn't trust him, but it sounds like he's getting a shot now. Will Raggett, Daniellehunter says he likes what he's seen from Christiandarrisaw this year. He took a big leap from year 1 to year 2. He's not the same player he was last year. The potential is limitless. That's great to hear. That's by Will Raggett, SI.com. Go follow that guy. He's a great writer. Just great. Love it. Vikings coach Kevin O'Connell. It's by Chris Thomason. Vikings coach Kevin O'Connell said Greg Joseph is kicking the ball so well that every time he hears his foot hit the ball, the sound is so fluid, he knows he's going to make it. That's encouragement. You'll never hear that out of Zimmer about a kicker. Jed Zolgad. Vikings have 5 guys working on punt returns: Amar Smith Marset, KJ Osborne, Albert Wilson, Jalen Naylor, and Thomas Hennigan. So KJ Osborne's a lock. I think ISM's a lock. So the other 3 guys, if they win the punt return job, they would be the lock. And I did, however, in my 53-man, you can go check it out, I added Albert Wilson to it, and I put 7 receivers, believe it or not. I think we kind of have an open, a wide open offense, and I felt like some of the cornerbacks, one of them could play safety if we needed it, so I had 3 safeties and 6 corners and 7 receivers. So maybe two of those guys make it, but if one wins the punt return job, they're going to make it, I think. So that's what Judd Zolgad reported. Ben Gosling, love this guy too. Rookies lewiscine and Caleb Evans aren't practicing tonight. Evans is watching from the sideline. Scene hasn't been spotted on the field. There's no report of Scene is missing. He wasn't practicing tonight. Didn't even go out on the field. Some of the guys, apparently anybody who was injured was sitting there on the sidelines in sweats or something like that. But lewiscine wasn't anywhere. Nobody and Chris Thomason says nobody in the press here can claim to have seen Vikings safety lewiscine so far tonight. Rookie cornerback Caleb Evans not practicing tonight. He's on the sidelines. So here's it starting to get started here. Rick Sosa, Johnny Munt again starting tight end with the Vikings top offense in Irvsmithjr Jr.'s absence. Luke Braun, Tristan Jackson running with the twos. Chris Thomason, QB Kellen Mond on growing his hair out. My dad used to have a fro back in the day, he said with a laugh. So apparently Mond's growing a fro. All right. Good reporting, Chris Thomason, Pioneer Press. All right. Rick Sosa, Cousins connects with Jefferson for a nice 15-yard gain in the middle. Nice. That's nice. Rick Sosa, the long bomb to Jefferson, incomplete with great coverage by Dantzler and Bynum. Good to hear. Why not? Root for the defense a little bit too. Chris Thomason, no Vikings surprises with tonight's first team players. Jesse Davis at right guard. Camerondantzler at cornerback. Cameron Bynum at safety. So no surprises. Well, and lewiscine wasn't anywhere to be seen. So here we go. Luke Braun, and that is from Locked On Sports, Minnesota Vikings Locked On Sports. Janarius cooked Blake Brandel for a would-be sack, but Mond fired a nice one to Davidson. So looks like Janarius Robinson doing a little work. I haven't heard his name quite a bit or very often. Rick Sosa, Mond connects to Zach Davis for a nice 10-yard gain in the middle. So that's, again, being reported that way. That's good to hear. Zach Davidson still showing his game. Chris Thomason, rookie wide receiver Jalen Naylor was a big fan of Kobe Bryant. He named his now 2-year-old pit bull Kobe shortly after Bryant's death in 2020. Again, Chris Thomason bringing the flavor, reporting on camp. All right, Will Raggets. Kellen Mond gets initial second team reps at QB at 11 for 11. He hits Zach Davidson on a crosser on his first play that nearly gets picked by Andrew Jr., but a flag was thrown. So Andrew Boo Jr., there's some more tweets coming up about Andrew Boo Jr. having a mixed bag today. Chris Thomason, Vikings tight end Ben Ellefson just caught a pass in the night scrimmage from Sean Mannion. Sometimes he didn't do it at all last season in 5 regular season games from Minnesota. So he didn't catch a pass in 5 regular season games he played. And he caught one today. So, hey, move forward. Will Raggets, undrafted rookie edge Zach McLeod gets past Oliudo and into the backfield for a tackle for loss. Hey, I was almost putting this guy under 53. He could. Zach McLeod, we gave him $250,000. Wow, $250,000 as a UDFA, which is the most. So that's awesome. Mon lasted 3 plays. Mannion in now. So really had a mixed bag. Kellen Mond did today. Chris Thompson, wide receiver Dan Chisina, also not practicing today. Not good for him. Saw Patrick Jones sack a sack or two, a good Asamoah pass breakup, and Zach McLeod crushing Ole for a run stop. So, hey, some of these backups are rookies are starting to shine a little bit. That's good to hear. Rick Sosa, Brian Asamoah with a fantastic diving play in coverage to deflect a pass. That is the PBU. Chris Thomason, QB Sean Mannion with a scramble for positive yardage. Hey, he had an 11-yard run while running for his life last January in Green Bay. So, hey, apparently he can run. All right, so Sean Mannion makes a running play. Wide receiver Dan Chisina not practicing. All right, we already covered that. Caleb was not practicing tonight. They showed a picture of him on the sideline. Defensive threes. This is Luke Braun. Defensive threes having a concerningly good red zone drill versus the ones. So, yeah, so the threes were doing good against the ones. Not good for the ones. All right. Running back Kenny Nwango showing off his speed with a nifty run that might really have been 15 yards run, even if there was full tackling. Rick Sosa, Mon scrambles to his right and connects with BC Johnson for the TD. Chris Thomas and QB Kellen Mond throws a TD pass, but it in reality would have been sacked by Zadariussmith. All right. So I'm seeing we're getting our rush is getting to the quarterback. It seems to be a big theme. They're starting to catch up to the offense, I think. Jordan Hicks, this is Rick Sosa. Jordan Hicks with a tackle for a loss after a screenplay gone bad. Nice to see Hicks making a play. Not a very splashy night scrimmage thus far. Camerondantzler with a dive-in INT, but ruled incomplete. Probably the niftiest play. Lewiscine absence seems notable and not in a good way. That's from Sam Ekstrom, who does really good reporting, I think. Rick Sosa, Mon connects with Tristan Jackson for a red zone drill TD. So he's stepping up, making a play. I think some fans that listen to us on Purple Pocket Podcast, our live show, bring him up occasionally. Chris Thomason, Chris Reed, getting second team snaps with Vikings tonight at center. He figures to get good look at center in Sunday's preseason opener at Las Vegas. So we're looking at, he's still working at center. There's still possibility he could take over. They talked about open competition now. KOC let that out of the bag. Everybody and their dog did a podcast on it. I mentioned it in one of mine. I didn't make an exclusive podcast about it, but hey, it's significant. Will Raggett's love his writing. Nice pass breakup in the end zone by Patrick-Peterson, who was all over Adam Thielen in man coverage. Rick Sosa, Patrick-Peterson with outstanding coverage, deflecting a pass from Cousins to Thielen in the red zone. Judge Zolgad, so far in situational drills at the end of the practice, he has Cousins 4 for 9, Mon 2 for 3, and Mannion 3 for 5. Mon threw a touchdown pass to BC Johnson, but it wouldn't have counted because Zadariussmith would have sacked him. Let's see here. T.Y. McGill plows right through the middle past Garrett-Bradbury and meets Cook as he gets the ball from Cousins on a tackle for loss. T.Y. McGill busting through the line. Bradbury. Who's T.Y. McGill? Okay. Bradbury. Where are you at, man? Where are you at? Come on, show us something. All right. I'm not there. Who knows? But Rick Sosa, T.Y. McGill plows right through. Okay. Luke Braun, Jordan Hicks looks great. I'm glad to hear that. That's awesome. That's the most I've heard about him. I think he had a pick the other day, but, people are talking about him tonight. Another botched center QB exchange involving Kellen Mond. That has to be about a dozen this camp. It's not looking good, man. You can't even get the snap right. That is just so upsetting. Our second quarterback, our backup quarterback, is frightening right now. Okay, enough of that. And that was from Sam Ekstrom. Rick Sosa Mannion finally connects a good one with Jalen Naylor in the middle. Glad for Jalen Naylor. Yeah, I got a lot riding on you, man. Mannion with another bad pass behind the receiver. Great not to hear that. Come on, Mannion. Oh, you're killing me. You and Mon. Maybe if we took your best attributes between the two of you, might make a complete quarterback. But right now, it's not working. Hopefully you guys show up a preseason, show us something. I'll give you a chance. Okay, Sam Ekstrom, 3 grabs for KJ Osborne during Vikings 2-minute drill results in a 45-yard Joseph field goal. Luke Braun, Booth is learning some lessons tonight about timing. Again, he's having a mixed bag, apparently. That's the theme on this one. Will Raggett's, Kellen Mond takes a deep shot to Tristan Jackson in a 2-minute drill, but Chris Boyd is able to break it up at the last second, and it goes to the ground. All right, so Rick Sosa again, Justin Jefferson with a nice route and catch. He's going to be unstoppable. He had a he had a comebacker, and he caused so much separation. He was just super wide open. They made the tackle. He probably, if the ball was thrown higher in where he can catch it, he could have grabbed it and got some extra yards, but he did the right thing, secured the ball. But great route. Opened up the route. It was all on him. Rick Sosa, another great play by Boo Jr. in coverage. Another flag for PI. That's the mixed bag I'm talking about. So another pass interference on Andrew Boo Jr. And I was worried about a Caleb Evans doing that, and it's been Andrew Boo Jr. He just plays physical. Judge Zolgad, Greg Joseph makes 7 of 8 field goals attempts near the end of practice. His miss was 41 yards, and his last 3 makes were 50, 54, and 58. He had 3 50-yarders in a row. Apparently, it was the biggest noise in practice. The fans yelling after he made his 58-yarder. Will Raggets, he did miss 1 wide left from 41, 7 of 8 in the night, including 3 for 3 from 50 plus. So that reaffirms that by Will Raggets. Judge Zolgad, Cousins and Mon, but not Mannion, got a chance to run the offense with the ball in its own territory, 25-yard line, and a minute 30 left on the clock. Cousins got the offense to the defense's 27-yard line before Joseph made a field goal. Mon struggled big time, and the offense stalled out of field goal range. So Mon's opportunity failed. Cousins ended up in a field goal. That was good to hear. It's 50 yards in a minute and a half and got a field goal. Rick Sosa, I'm not going to say rankings, top 10, top 15. All I'm going to say is this Vikings defense is going to be a pain in the rear. Rick Sosa. Glad to hear it, man. I'm hearing good things. Some guys stepping up. I think we're deep at positions, not elite at positions. But hey, that's how the Patriots did it. They didn't have any big names half the time, most of the time. Just had a good defenses. So hey, let's see what happens. Ben Gosling, Kevin O'Connell closes his remarks to the Vikings fans by saying, at our stadium, we should never ever see the other team's colors in the stands. I don't want to see any green. I don't want to see any yellow at US Bank Stadium on September 11th. Funny how gold and yellow look really similar, so hopefully it's a lot of purple. Another person reaffirms what he said. So that's it. KOC saying all the good things. There's an interview by KOC. We'll probably talk about it on our live show. We're going to do one live on Wednesday. He says and does all the right things. And he tells it like it is half the time, too. He's a little reserved when it comes to dogging on a player, for sure. He doesn't call players out. Zimmer would do that. But he has opened the competition at center. And that is news. And that's big news. And Chris Reed got to run with the twos, as Schlotman's no longer the backup center. Chris Reed's taking the snaps. We're going to see that in preseason. We'll be able to compare Bradbury and Chris Reed, guaranteed. That's it for Skull World, brought to you by Minnesota Sports Talk. I'm your host, Dave. Subscribe, like, and comment. Enter my contest. I want to give you free stuff on game day. Let's go, guys. Let's go. Season's almost here. We get to play this weekend. Skull Vikings. See you next time.